Talking about job losses this year alone in 2024, Wayfair has lost 1,650 employees. YouTube in the US has lost 100 employees. Yellow Corporation in the US has lost 30,000 employees. In Canada, TELUS has lost 6,000 employees. Now, AMD in the US has lost up to 450,000 employees, 14,000 employees in Nokia. Rolls-Royce has laid off 2,500 employees in the UK. Tata Steel has laid off 2,800 employees. Tata Steel in the Netherlands has laid off 2,800 employees. Now, Macy's in the US has laid off 2,000 employees. Swiggy in India, I don't know how you pronounce that, Swiggy or Swingy, in India has laid off 380 employees. Sophos, UK, 480 employees. Now, Microsoft has laid off 10,000, a whopping 10,000 employees in the US alone. Go Mechanic, India has laid off 70% of its workforce. Go Mechanics, I think I need to do a drill into this company. I've heard about them. I haven't really found out, Go Mechanics, obviously, the name sounds, but I really need to dig into exactly what they do. Now, Clerical in Canada has laid off 30% of its staff across all teams. Now, ShareChat in India has also laid off an unspecified number of employees. REI in the US, 357. Levi's, ahead of the Levi's this week. They have also laid off an unspecified number of employees. TikTok has laid off 60% of employees. That I read, I think that happened, yesterday or 2 days back. And that was to do with the sales department. And so, this begs to make the point, or to backtrace my point on the whole IMF research that was done. And it's not to say that Africa or developing countries are like in a safe space, or we're in a safe, we're doing something right, okay? First of all, the question is like, really, what's keeping us in business? What's keeping us going? What's keeping the developing companies or businesses or economies? What's keeping them going? What's sustaining them all this while? Okay, whilst there's, really massive job losses. Like, look at Microsoft, of all people. And you guys should also think of the fact that, you should look at the repercussions, okay? The rippling effect that if people should lose their jobs here, the rippling effect on their families, on the people who depend on them. A lot of these guys, most of these companies are like, really tech, high, global. So I want to believe they're really good and paying, jobs. And if you have families who depend on you, families who are looking out, expecting, monies or whatever from you, you're basically taking care of them. So for these people to lose out on their jobs, it's a really big hit. But then I think the research was really biased on whichever way you want to look at it. I'm not also, again, not to say that we are in a safe space or we are in, I'm yet to see that data on the number of jobs that have been lost within just this year. All of these figures was just this year. I haven't included 2023 job losses and 22 years back. This is just 2024. All of the people who have lost their jobs, and most of these jobs happen to be tech jobs, a lot of tech, and then sales jobs. So Africa, I know we're not doing something right, but we're in a safe space for now. I can say we're in a safe space, and it might be a short term, but I still see the long term. We always make the best. That's humanity, okay? We always make the best out of whatever situation. We make the best out of the worst. That's just how humans have been made to survive. The human instinct just thrives or finds ways to make it, or alternatives to keep going, to keep striving, okay, to make it work for us. And so technology might be running, AI might be running, speeding, pacing, and so for that matter, the world thinks that we are behind, or we are lacking, or we are not jumping onto the AI wagon. We are not, we're reluctant and all of that. Yes, I think it's helping us in some way. We are not laying off. At least we are not laying off. I know a lot of corporations might have backed and packaged their stuff, left Africa, left the developing economies and all of that. That of Vodafone has left Ghana now. They sold off the company or the rights, whatever, to a different firm now. But yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. So that's what's making news this week as well. The layoffs just this month in 2024. That's the number of layoffs. Yeah.